All right, I'm just going to do a quick demonstration here of the rotate command. This is an example of our sample ranch home from our CAD Fire Sprinkler CAD basics course. And on the left here, I've got, this is the site plan. Let's see, I can zoom in a little bit. You can see we've got the site plan with the street out here. The house is, oriented to true north on the site plan always. And if we look over here, the house is facing the other direction. The front door is facing the bottom of the page, as it should be on a floor plan. But we need to adjust our north arrow. It's correct here on the site plan, but we need to rotate it because it would be, you see our house is rotated 180 degrees from our site plan, and so we need to adjust this north arrow to match. And so I'm going to select the north arrow, and now to get to the rotate command, there's several different things that we could do. We could go up here to the modify toolbar. We could go over to the right. I happen to have all my modify tools on the left right here, lower left. This is our classic mode style buttons that I have, classic layout buttons. And you could also just type rotate in the command line. Let's do that. Okay, so I already had those items selected, so now it's going to ask you, it's wanting to rotate those, and it asks me in the command line down here, what rotation point do you want to use? And let me just demonstrate, like in this situation, I would want to pick the center of the circle, but let's show what happens if we pick somewhere else. I'm just going to click right here, and I have ortho on, so it's going in 90-degree increments. If I turn that off, you can see it's pivoting around that point that I selected. So let me hit escape and start over, select it, type in rotate again. If you'll notice, I just typed in RO, and it's the first thing that pops up on the list of possible commands. I could use the arrow keys to go through different options, but I'm just going to hit enter since that's the first thing. So it's saying we found 7 objects that you had selected. What's the rotation point that you want to use now? So I'm going to use a center circle snap. I have endpoint, midpoint, and center set all the time for fire sprinkler work. And so if I snap to the center of the circle, when I rotate, you can see it stays in place there like I want. And if I press F8 on the keyboard, which is ortho, I can lock it into 90-degree increments, and right there is where I want it. All right, that's a quick guide on rotate command. Thanks a lot, guys.